Today on Rick's Woodworking, we're going to do a step stool. This is basically going to be a top that will be 9 inches wide and 16 inches long. And it's going to use some round dowels for legs. Total height will be 9 inches as well. We're going to use the parts that we have here in front of us, or scraps from other projects and leftovers in the shop.
Before we get started on the actual woodworking, just know that we were trying out a new microphone setup and there are some squeals throughout, so just watch for those. Let's start with the top. We're going to trim it to rough width, then we're going to remove a bit of molding that is attached to it, and then we'll cut it to final width and length, cleaning up all sides on the table saw.
Our next step is to mark for the roundovers on the corners. You can use just about anything to do the markings. Just have it be consistent. Later on, we'll trim this on the bandsaw. Next, we'll mark on the bottom for the feet.
With the holes marked, let's cut the legs to size. We've calculated for a height of 9 inches, the legs have to be 8 1/4. We'll do that over the chop saw. Over at the bandsaw, it's time to start rounding over the corners. Our blade is a little thick, so it took multiple passes to get through. Not to worry, we'll clean that up on the disc sander.
With the sander set up, let's go ahead and round off the bottoms of the legs. We're going to set that depth of cut on the drill press. First thing we have to do is find where our 0 mark is, which is approximately there as the bit hits the surface of the wood. Now we'll set the depth to 3/4.
With the depth of cut set, sure is easy enough to go through all 4 holes.
Next up, we're going to use the router. We're going to round over the edges on the piece so that there's no sharp corners for our feet to get caught on. Next, we'll give everything a light sanding. We're going to avoid sanding the very top because that's actually finished oak, and we like that look. Our final step will be to put some glue into the holes and then mallet in the legs. So now the question, does it work? A step stool. Not bad for a couple of hours work. Join us next time to see what else we'll build on Rick's Woodworking.